this Enlight tutorial. In this Enlight tutorial, what I'm going to do, I am going to show you how to use the mixer tool. So basically, I'm going to show you how you can sort of take one image, say, I don't know, yourself for instance, and put you in another scene. So change an image that you're in and put yourself in another scene. It's also good for sort of just quick edits where you can just remove somebody's face and put your face or put their face on something else. It's really good, and I'm sure you can use your imagination. So I'm going to show you, and we're going to use this this sort of sea scenery background that we've got here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to press Tools and I'm going to press Mixer. On the mixer, I'm then going to select my second image that I want to mix with my first image, and I'm going to put this UFO. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this UFO in this sea scenery. Eagle or UFO? No, we use the UFO. We'll put it in this scenery. I'm not claiming that this is going to be outstanding, excellent, but it is a really great tool. As you know, Enlight's a great app. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to this Tools at the bottom. I'm going to show you a few tricks that we can do when we're using our mixer, and a few things that might just trip you up a little bit. So yeah, as you can see, I've got a blue line around this image here. Now I can zoom in and zoom out of this image by pinching and squeezing, as you would normally zoom in and zoom out on any image on any sort of Apple device. Now, if I want to zoom the background in, what I have to do is tap the background image. So all I've done is tap the background and then zoom in and zoom out of the background image. But just be aware, it will zoom in the front image as well. So just try and see as layers. You've got two layers there. This top layer right here, and then the bottom blue layer that's behind it. So the sea scenery behind it, and the top layer is our UFO in front of it. Now, if I want to erase everything in this image, or if I want to, let's say I want to turn the image, so all I'm doing is forefinger and thumb, I'm just rotating the image the same as I would zoom in and zoom out. Now, if I want to delete this background, what I have to do is select this erase button at the bottom, and then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly, roughly rub out the edges of the image, being careful not to go over the part of the image that I don't want deleted. So I'm just going to do it and now if you try and rush this sort of process, it's not a long process, but if you try and rush this process, you will mess it up and you will have to keep going back. So I've just deleted as much as I sort of dare, if you like, without zooming right in. Now I want to zoom into this image now, so I'm going to have to deselect the erase at the bottom and then pinch and squeeze the image and zoom in nice and close. And then I'm going to select the erase button at the bottom left again, and then I'm going to just go around the outline just with my finger and just rub out the outline. If I want to move the image, I'm going to deselect erase at the bottom here, then I'm going to select erase to again remove the top layer that we called it, the UFO layer, and remove the background from that. Now let's say, for instance, just 1 second, let me just get rid of this. Now let's say, for instance, I make a mistake and I erase some of the image, part of the image that I wanted to keep. What I'm going to do is click this back button once, and it will go and go back a step in what I did. Let's say, for instance, I do 2 lots. I'm then going to have to click the back button twice. Okay, so it's quite straightforward. Then I want to move the image again, so I deselect erase and just carefully, it's like colouring in but the other way. So as you colour, you're erasing or removing, should I say. Like I said, you can have quite a bit of fun with this mixer tool if you want to put yourself in a different background, or you've got a few pictures of your friends and you want to put their head on somebody else's body. It's quite cool for that as well. So once I think I've finished, what I'm going to do is deselect the erase and zoom out to make sure, and you'll see that no I haven't. I just want to erase this part as well. So select erase again and delete. And you don't have to be perfect. Again, I'm just going to delete, erase this bit at the top. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to reposition before I press anything else. I'm going to reposition or resize this image to where I want it. I want it a bit smaller than that. And I'm just going to have it either up here, which would look quite cool, over here. I'm just placing it on the screen where I think, and I think this sort of location right here looks quite good. Either here or lower. I don't know. I think a little bit higher. So there, I think it's quite good. Now, once I'm done, I'm going to click this tick button. But you have to remember, if you click this tick button, there's no going back. So I'm going to click the tick at the top right hand side, and then that is that image. So what was 2 layers is now 1 layer. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to filters. I'm going to go to my duo filter, and I'm just going to select this vignette filter right here. Now I can again pinch and squeeze to change the size of this vignette, and I'm going to want it just so it's darkened the edges of the image. And then I'm going to click the OK button at the top, or the little tick at the top, and then I think this image will look quite cool in black and white, and maybe with a border. So let's have a look at the cold up here. We've got this quite nice border. So let's have a look at warm. I think cold is probably the best. Yeah, so I think cold with this border. Now if I want to change the size or the colour of the border, all I'm going to do is go to the mask, the tools down the bottom here, and I'm going to select border. Then I could change the border by selecting one of these other borders here. But I'm quite happy with my white border, so I'm going to leave this border. And if I want to increase the size, I'm just going to slide my finger up the way and watch the bar at the top. Slide my finger up the way. Or if I want to decrease the size, slide my finger down the way. And I think just here like this gives it quite a nice look. And if I want to look what it did look like, again, I think I've showed you this on InLight before. I just click this little button down here to see the changes that I've made in my last move. Click the little tick button to agree those changes, and then click the little save button to save this session or save this photo. We're just going to save this photo, and I'll show you that image at the end. I know it's really simple, but really effective, and you can have some great fun with it. So yeah, go and have some fun with that by putting your head on one of your friends' bodies or something along those lines. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll be back soon. Catch you later.